Okay, hi Bam. This will be my feedback to your assessment 1 on binomial expansion. If you look at your assessment, actually you miss a lot of signs and simplifying of numbers. So number 1 is okay, so you did that correctly. So this is correct. When you answered letter B, so let's look at your letter B. So this is your letter B. Okay, so you know how to simplify, you know how to find each term, except that you made a mistake on the signs. The error came from having the minus sign in the second term and fourth term. Okay, so here is how you can avoid the mistake. If you want to expand 3 minus 2x to the fourth, you can actually rewrite it as 3 plus negative 2x to the fourth. And basically, everything initially should be a plus sign. So plus, plus, and the others are also plus. Now these are plus because you are using the negative 2x. Okay? So start with a plus and then just copy the negative 2x. Automatically, in the end, the signs will become negative on the second and on the fourth term. But always start with a plus. Okay, so when you expand a binomial, all the operations are plus. The minus sign on the second term will come out because of the odd exponents. Okay, so again, so let's summarize that. So when you expand 3 minus 2x to the fourth, initially all of them will have a plus. But when you put the first term, which is 3, and the second term as negative 2x, then use negative 2x. Okay, so the negative, depending on the exponent, will remain negative or will be changed into positive. Even exponent will change the negative into positive. Odd exponent will will retain the negative sign. Okay, now let's go to your second page. So that was actually a minor mistake. And then when you look at the second page, so you have here, so number 2 is correct. So you basically know how to find first few terms of a binomial expansion. Now the error was on letter B. So take note, you started with 0 and the next exponent should be 1 and not 2. So this is the mistake. So you wrote 2. So it should be 0 and then 1 and then 2. That is why the numbers are wrong. So how you expanded it, how you found the 118,153 was correct, except that you were using a different exponent. Okay, so my advice is for you to be more careful when putting the exponents. Now for the case of 1, so 1 to the 18, 1 to the 17, 1 to the 16, so everything is correct. Okay? Now for the last one, so you have number 3. So these two items actually are based on the same idea. The first is with an x plus, and then the second one is with a minus sign, or the difference of 2 and x. So let's go to the number 3 first. Actually, your solution is correct. So 29x to the 20 minus 9, and then 1 to the 9. So 20 to the 9 is 167,960. That's correct. X to the 11, that's x raised to 20 minus 9, and 1 to the 9. So this is not incorrect, but I just want you to write it in simplest form. So again, technically, the solution is correct, but next time I just want you to express this in the simplest form. So your number 3 is correct. In number 4, so this is like the mistake in the first page. So you have 2 minus x to the 25, the 17th term. So we're looking for the 17th term, so we have to find T17. So your n is correct. We have to use 25, r is 16, that's 17 minus 1. You got the 2, you got the negative x. Do not use a minus sign. Okay? It's always preceded, so it's always assumed as plus or positive, and it will change depending on the expression on the second term and its exponent. So 2516 is 2,042,975. That's correct. 2 to the 25 minus 16 is 2 to the 9. But negative x to the 16, you see the negative will automatically become positive because of the 16. Because 16 is an even number. So there is a misconception on your part of putting a minus sign. I think when you saw that it's a 17th term, it's an even term, you put the minus sign before the answer. Where in fact there's no minus sign in your solution in the first place. So why put a minus sign here? There's no minus sign in your first step. Okay? So keep in mind, when you place the 2, when you place the negative x, don't put any other signs. Okay? The negative and positive will automatically come out based on the exponent and the expression given. Okay? So these mistakes in your first assessment can be easily corrected. Okay? So I expect by the next assessment, you'll be able to correct this, and so that you can move to the type 2. Okay, so let's just have a summary of the feedback. So I believe that you know how to expand, you know how to find a particular term. You just have to be careful with the signs, with the subtraction, or with the minus sign, and learn from the misconceptions. I want you to understand those misconceptions so that you will not do those misconceptions next time. Okay, so right now I have to give a D because there are a number of mistakes, but I believe that in the next assessment you'll be able to do this correctly. Okay, so that's it.